whether I believed A or B or C, whether I thought it was the meat suit or this is a spiritual test or there's a reincarnation thing, I'm going to end up in the same line with St. Peter. And we're going to have the same conversation. And he's just going to be like, see, you didn't believe. And it's like, well, what kind of a just God would punish me for that forever, for all eternity? This is where I disagree with Thomas Aquinas and St. Augustine, these other theologians of the Catholic Church who are like, oh, well, God is infinite, so disbelief in God is an infinite sin, thus deserves infinite punishment. It's like, oh, screw you, Thuma Theologica. It's like mental masturbation to justify an antiquated doctrine of control. A lot of these things are about controlling behavior and regulating behavior amongst people. No just God or just parent of a child would create an infinite punishment for a lack of faith in somebody. And no matter what you do and you misstep, it's a finite crime. So punishment is finite. So let's say you get it wrong, the maximum punishment is the duration of your life, perhaps a multiple of that. But it's not internal. So there's no downside when you think of these things one way or the other. And so that's why I don't let it guide life. And instead what I do is I say, I just want to live a life of curiosity. And what I want to do is self-impose a mechanism of leaving things behind for everyone else. If I build great systems, those systems will be accessible to everyone in the world. And whether my name is remembered or not is immaterial, I get to know that it changed things for everybody. It's like serving in the agency. And it's like no one really gets to know you. You're supposed to be secret. But if you do something great, you may have saved 1,000 lives or 10,000 lives or 100,000 lives. You didn't sign up for the credit. You signed up for the action and the outcome that you wanted to do. And so immortality is the exact same way. If you live for eternity, you're only living for yourself. If you live for the system and you live for changing other people's lives, well, the only time you get to do that is finite. So the immortality thing doesn't mean anything. The afterlife doesn't mean anything. So that's why I think of it that way. Otherwise, I just go crazy. I just sit down all day long with theologians and philosophers and other people, and we just be mentally masturbating. It'd be just one big circle jerk all around. Getting sprayed a little bit over here by Christianity and right here by Vishnu and these things, and just one big bukkake of philosophy. It's impossible to get anywhere. And then you just get so glum because you're like, why does it matter? There's no meaning. There's no purpose. And things. One thing I know for certainty is humans need meaning. If you take meaning from a man, he will collapse and there's nothing there. If you have meaning in a person, they will endure any amount of hell to get to the other side. So the much more meaningful question is what happens when you die is how do you discover meaning in the moment and perpetuate that and preserve that and carry it with you? And then how do you align your meaning so it's empathetic with society as a whole and it helps society as a whole? Those are the things that are a much more meaningful question to focus on. Everything else is it's a waste. It's either weaponized to control people and convince them to do things they ordinarily wouldn't do, or you end up going to dark places that you really can't come back from.